this whole conversation about mangoes and love and everything is all really coming from this article that we found where they were showing that people who ate more mangoes were apt to have better health. They were apt to live longer. They were more likely to avoid hypertension. And also, women who were eating more mangoes were less likely to have things like hypertensive disorders during pregnancy or eclampsia, preeclampsia or eclampsia, which are really significant conditions in pregnancy that seem to be very avoidable through eating more mangoes.
Yeah, it's like it's a gateway into having a higher diet quality to begin with and craving less of those added sugars. There was a domino effect of goodness that was happening from just looking at people who ate more mangoes than people who did not.
Yeah. Isn't that fascinating? And that maybe mangoes could be the mango in the room is that like eat more mangoes to get better health and to eat less refined foods because they're so sweet naturally. And tied to so many nutrients, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Another way to look at it too is for the fruit fear. The fruit fear that so many people come to us with that, with diabetes, it can take 10 years to come around to being okay with the carbohydrates that we know are the wonderful nutrient rich anti-inflammatory disease fighters. We still don't quite get over that hump quick enough. The hump where carbs are bad, as I'm quoting again, because that's what was taught to us from the very beginning. So if it isn't mangoes for your first fruit, for kind of like your gateway into more plants, pick one and get comfortable with it. Pick one, pick an apple, pick a cup of berries, like let yourself enjoy that and realize that it is safe, it is okay, and it will make you feel good. And from there, you can start getting a little bit more into the plant world. It doesn't have to be scary or all or nothing. And all or nothing thinking is probably a whole nother podcast, but all or nothing thinking is very common in health seekers on top of the fruit fear.
Well, and I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for, a lot of our members and a lot of clients that we work with that, that fruit fear that they start out with, unfortunately, you just have to step into it, and start trying the foods that we recommend. And, in our coaching program, we offer like full meal plans so that people can really have the tools they need to make a really big difference in their blood glucose values right away. These meals are full of greens and beans and things that are going to help to stabilize blood glucose because of the fear of the fruit, right? You've got the fear of the fruit. So we need some stabilizers in there as well, especially if it's a new dietary strategy. And but the benefit is that when people start adding more fruit, they're usually surprised at how their blood glucose actually will start to come down pretty quickly. And we hear this from our members all the time. And again, if it's a fear, if this is something that you do have is the fear of the carbohydrates, the fear of the fruit, let us help you through that. Like let our coaching team help you through. We love supporting people as they eat more fruit. Like this is something that we get such joy out of as a team and as individual coaches because we know the benefit. We feel the benefit. We love the idea of adding more fruit into our lives. So
yeah, we get to watch someone's success. And if it's not easy, which it's not supposed to be, it's not a sprint. We're walking into something new. So we know that there's some troubleshooting that can happen. And that's all part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we want to hear your stories. If you have some stories you want to share about love and mangoes, please send them in to us. You can email team@masteringdiabetes.org and let us know you want to share your love and mango story on the podcast. And what are some of the nutrient benefits of mangoes since we're on that topic?
The first one off the top of my mind is always just the fruit and the fluid of mango to me is what is so the satisfyingness, certainly the sweetness that you're going to get of it. The thing that hits your brain the fastest is going to be that fluid and that sweetness, but then vitamin C, some of these other nutrients that you're going to be taking in. And when you look at fruits that are that color, just know that there's going to be some vitamins coming in from something like mango.
Well, the fiber too. I mean, when you bite into a mango and you end up with like pieces of it in your teeth, it's like, that's the fiber talking. So you're getting all that really dense fiber that is so beneficial for your microbiome and for your digestive health, as well as for your heart health. I mean, we're talking about Heart Health Month. Do yourself a heart favor and eat some mangoes, because there's, tons of fiber in these mangoes, which also, we know is cardioprotective. So let's eat more mangoes for better heart health and Heart Health Month in February here.
Yeah, on top of that, it's we simplify our month by calling it Heart Healthy Month, but when we're eating foods that are heart healthy, we're supporting our immune system. And that's a big one. You live in the northern climate, there is never a bad time to be thinking about that. This is also the time of year when people start feeling the effect of having their vitamin D drop, having that low vitamin D coming in. So, without specifically talking about vitamin D or supplementation, it's think about the things that could help your energy level in general. And energy comes from eating the rainbow. It's going to be your fruits. It's going to be where you're getting these phytonutrients, this kind of nutrient load of your leafy greens and some of the basics. And that makes me think about something you brought up with simplicity, with choosing fruits or going slow or getting into the meal plan and really looking at it. Because I had a really interesting conversation with someone at the gym last night who brought up how the everything being shut down with COVID and being home with the family forced her and the family to slow down. And it was something that had not happened in a very, very long time. And it was kind of this, oh my gosh, what now? We're not racing out of the house to do a million different things. We just have each other. And it led into food choices and simplifying what you're doing for yourself, spending time with each other, actually having conversations with your family, not having to run to every sport, these things that can really bog people down. Is that was something she learned, and she couldn't believe how hard it was to just focus on basic needs for a while. I know I do that with my clients a lot, is just focus on basic needs. If we're just going to talk about vitamins and minerals and what they're getting from a single fruit, that's all we really need to do in a single day, and say, okay, now let's see if you can eat 4 servings of this week, or 1 a day, or instead of skipping your lunch, let's add a bowl of these nutrients that we're talking about. So there's kind of these little things in there where people forget that just taking a walk, just getting some fresh air, you don't need to take 85 supplements because some quack on YouTube told you to. You could save your money, go for a walk, spend $20 at the grocery store with a grocery list that will simplify the process, come home, throw it in a bowl, and just eat it. Simplify actually
So
really,
simple.
really works.
Yeah. And buy some mangoes.
They're on the list.
Yeah. Put the mangoes on the list. Loving mangoes. What a great day to talk about mangoes today.